watching Cablenet 13.
Hi, I'm Tite. Welcome to another year at Queens and another year of Studio Q, Queens' weekly television show.
I'm Kirsta Teague, and we're presently broadcasting on location upstairs at JDUC. We were supposed to be outside the Douglas Library, but unfortunately due to the weather, here we are. But anyways, that's not going to change our show, and we're going to be covering lava hay, miscellaneous news and sports, and Poutine.
Right, Poutine. Well, aside from Poutine, obviously our top story of the week is Frosh Week. Up years may remember the ghost of Frosh Week past, who blew in like a storm, got you drunk, hazed you, dumped you in your room a day before classes started, and left you with a nagging fear of future responsibilities 9 months hence. Well, the ghost of Frosh Week present came in like a storm, said, read my lips, no new taxes, a kinder, gentler Frosh Week. Let's take a look.
Just like a guy wearing a baseball hat in the morning, you get up and you don't want to have a shower, you stick your hair in a scrunchie, go to class.
I love hats. I'm a hat lady. Say if you were showing how to use your sponge, you would demonstrate how it fits in and how it works for all to see.
Get the paper that fights the Tories and open all borders to Somali refugees.
Well, you get a free toothbrush from the PG.
Courtesy of the PG, free toothbrush.
Or for $5, you get a package deal. You can buy you and your date lunch and a Coke. Thanks.
If you're not wearing red, royal, and gold, you're not playing football.
Fashion damnation. CFRC t-shirts. Get a free CD with CFRC t-shirts. Save your
Break to California. You see them wearing their baggies. Hurricane Sands. That bushy, bushy blonde hairdo. Surfing USA. You'll catch them surfing at Del Monte Drive. Santa Cruz and Fresno. Australia's Narbonne. Over Manhattan. Everybody's going surfing.
Me on yellow. Any me.
short wall. Dream to dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town. Back here, dirty old town.
I don't know about you, but I picture the ghost of Frosh Week future giving out rounds of lemonade and announcing tri-fact nabs daily.
Okay, this isn't the Poutine story yet. Please be patient. First, our cameras have been busy around Kingston all this week, and we have assembled what we call in the biz a news pack. Over 200 women and children marched last Saturday in the annual Take Back the Night March. The march, which was just one of many held around the world, is an opportunity for women to unite against violence. The Kingston event was sponsored by the Sexual Assault Crisis Center. Tuesday night was Clubs Night at Jock Arena. It was a great chance to sample some of the organizations just waiting to keep your life busy if you still have time left over from your classes. The clubs ran a wide spectrum of interest, everything from juggling club to the Model UN.
Who will sign the MPT when the third world is on?
And a near-capacity audience at Grand Hall showed up to hear from Timothy Finlay last Wednesday. The popular Canadian author presented a reading from his upcoming novel, Headhunter. The annual Careers Day job fair was held Tuesday afternoon. It attracted numerous businesses out to hire commerce students and engineers, but all was not lost for artsies. There were some companies who said they'd take them, although organizers said the reception kept many potential employers away. But the companies who did show up were disappointed with the turnout. They thought the recession would attract more students, but admitted it was probably too early in the year for students to be worrying about their future. If you missed the fair, the Career Planning and Placement Center can help you sort out your life after Queens.
Ontario and Quebec have had some tense diplomatic challenges over the years.
Is this the Poutine story? Hi, is this the Poutine story?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll start again. Ontario and Quebec have had some tense diplomatic challenges over the years. However, though the two provinces have often danced the tete-a-tete, there is one undisputed bond they share: poutine. A specialty brought from Quebec and embraced in Ontario. Nick Kindler and Pat McLean examine a border held together by cheese curds and gravy.
Nick and I were having trouble deciding on story ideas for this week, so we decided, as usual, to get some exercise to clear our heads.
Oh, Nick. Woo, that was a great run.
It certainly was. Certainly was.
Still doesn't help me, though, man. I still don't have an idea for my Studio Q story.
Me neither. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Anyways, what time do you have?
I don't know. It's around 7 o'clock or something?
7 o'clock. Oh, my goodness. I was supposed to meet Ivan at 7. We were going to go and get some poutine.
Oh, no. Hey, I got it. Let's do our story on Poutine.
Oh, my goodness. That's an amazing idea.
It's a great idea. Okay.
Let's do it.
Yes, let's go get Ivan, and we'll go do it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Suddenly, we had a mission. After picking up Ivan, we started on our journey. Pat, not willing to risk his life to test Burger King poutine, went elsewhere.
Now let's see the gravy. The gravy is now being lifted up and put on the fries. Oh, it's a little runny, very watery.
Cheese, I'm not sure where our cheese comes from. We get it through a distributor in Toronto, and our gravy is the same with that. Our gravy comes from Quebec.
After paying a hefty $2.59, we wanted to eat our poutine in the sun. In all honesty, this is probably... You all right?
Yeah, fine.
In all honesty, this is probably the worst poutine I've ever had. Well, here we are at Top Dog. We're going to see if they have any poutine here, and we'll see how that goes. What do you think? What are your speculations on the poutine here at Top Dog?
Well, I would imagine that if poutine was one of their big sellers, they would probably have it advertised in the window to our right, the camera's left. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Let's see if this gentleman here makes an attempt to order poutine. Oh, he's having a cheese dog, which is as close as you can get to poutine here.
Ivan, what do you think the chances are of us actually finding some quality poutine here?
Well, I can see by the sign inside they have French fries, which is the first major ingredient, and they also have toppings. So
let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Okay.
What's up, poutine?
Oh, we call it cheese and gravy, okay?
Cheese and gravy?
Yeah.
Wait a second, you don't have cheese? Oh, so cheese, gravy, and fries?
Yes, dear.
Oh, well, how come you don't call it poutine? Just
because we call them cheese and gravy.
Okay. Well, we met up with Pat on the way to A&P to pursue the option of making our own poutine. I was in charge of finding the gravy, and Pat and Ivan went in search of cheese curd and French fries.
When going about making your own poutine, it's important to have the best in frozen potato products. Ivan? McCain Super Fries, a guarantee to make your poutine evening a fine excursion. What's this here? Okay, we've got cheese curds.
Cream cheese.
They've got no cheese curds. No cheese curds. My kingdom for some cheese curds. Oh, sorry.
Pat!
Nick, how you doing?
Good.
Hey,
good.
great. I'm glad we found you.
Yeah, I was just getting some gravy mix so I can make some poutine.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Oh well, we just went and bought like some frozen fries and some cheese.
Did you find Ivan? Because I had to go and make that.
Yeah,
that poutine after working was just bad.
He's right here. But alas, Ivan was gone. Hoping he was merely one step ahead of us, we dropped our groceries and headed for the hands-down favorite, Bubba's.
Poutine. Poutine.
On the top of the list.
Fries, curd cheese covered with gravy.
Oh, perfect. Oh, they've got small and they've got large, Nick.
It's so hard, but I have to go for the large.
Oh, we gotta go for the large. Oh, I'm starving.
Yes, sir. Well, you wouldn't happen to be Bubba, would you?
Yes, I am, sir.
Oh, well, maybe you could tell us, what's the secret of your poutine? Like, how do you make it so well?
Well, I just make a good sauce, I guess, and use a good cheese.
But,
Bubba's, I guess, is the king here, eh? Can't beat that.
Oh, Pat.
Nick, we have found the place.
Just good.
Oh.
Well, Pat, I think this really was a great story idea. I mean, we really did find the best poutine in Kingston.
We certainly did, Nick. And, you know, I'll tell you, I think it was a really good idea you had coming to the Toucan after we found the best poutine at Bubba's.
Yeah, well, maybe next time we could do it the other way around, like Toucan, then Bubba's.
Ah, you're right. But until next time.
This is Nick Kindler
and Pat McLean
reporting for Studio Q.
Is this your club?
We will now call the first Simpsons Appreciation Club meeting to order. What'd I do wrong?
Why not call Studio Q?
Simpsons Fan Club? We'll be right there.
Studio Q wants to hear from you. If you have any events, stories, or ideas that we might be interested in, let us know. We'll get our hardworking team of reporters on the case. It's quite simple. Send us a press release or fill out a press release form. They're located outside our office, room 22 in the JDUC, right by the arcade. Or give us a call at 545-6699. Our mailing address is Studio Q, care of the AMS, JDUC, Queen's University, Kingston, Ontario, K7L 3N6. Who knows? We might just change your life.
Thank you, Studio Q.
With the string of crappy weather we've had over, what, 4 months now, planning an outdoor fundraising event can be quite a dicey proposition. But the sun shone and the skies cleared for the annual Terry Fox Run to raise money for cancer research. Molly Finlay was there.
Best wishes, and may your blisters be small and your aches minor.
The annual Terry Fox Run took place last Sunday.
the first organized by Queen's University, but an event held consistently in Kingston for over a decade.
You can run, you can walk, you can bike. There was people on rollerblades this year, and we just encourage originality and hope that everyone can think of something to do so that they feel that they can be involved, because you don't have to be a superior athlete to become involved. It's not very competitive. It's just to get out and do it.
Because it went out last night, I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. I was going to try for 10, but I'm feeling a little shaky, so we'll see after how I feel after 5.
Turnout was excellent, aided by warm weather and the effective publicity around the campus. Runners were supported by the Queen's bands and RCMP in uniform, while Superior Nautilus led a pre-run warm-up. The money generated by the Terry Fox Run goes directly to the Terry Fox Foundation. It's committed to increasing cancer awareness in Canada while searching for a cure to the disease by funding university research teams. Mark Bates, a former Canadian triathlon champion, has a personal connection to the cause.
I lost my grandmother to cancer, and I just try and come out and support the cause. As well, I'm into a lot of triathlon racing, so I do a lot of running and competing myself. So this is a good workout for me as well.
The Terry Fox Run is an event which attracts enthusiastic participants of all ages. Terry Fox is a hero whose memory inspires the rest of us to follow in his footsteps. The Terry Fox Run will happen again, this time next fall. For Studio Q, I'm Molly Finlay reporting.
Now, here's our version of the Hollywood Minute, a segment which TSN wanted to buy. What I mean is that we're going to give TSN some of our footage.
The Golden Gales football team opened their home season with an embarrassing loss to Bishops last Saturday. The Gales got on the scoreboard early with this touchdown by Brad Elberg, but even that was no match for the Gators. They made CIAU football history with this 111-yard return on an interception. If you've got a weak stomach, you might want to look away. The Gators capped that off with 3 more touchdowns and only 2 minutes to end the first half. The second half would make no difference as the Gators clobbered the Gales 49-14. Last week's Athletic Information Night brought out Queen's students in full force to sign up for this year's intramural teams and to inquire about the various intra-university and varsity squads. Also attending were some of the various clubs on campus, including skydiving, archery, aikido, and Highland dancing. Anyone requiring more information can check the information boards in the Phys Ed Center. The Queen's alumni rugby team played an exhibition game against a visiting team from Ireland's Ulster University last Sunday. The match was part of the Irish team's 17-day tour of Canada. They're here to experience our brand of Canadian rugby.
We're expecting a real hard match today, real close match, yeah. I'd say it's a wee bit more physical here due to the emphasis of the American football, etc. You know, guys like to make big tackles, hit people hard. The rules are the same, but you find countries interpret the rules differently, so they play different styles of rugby. So.
They must have mastered it because Queens lost the game.
Okay, what do you get when you mix 400 plumbers, 100 kilograms of lanolin, and a 30-foot phallic symbol?
I don't know. Do you know?
No. We don't know. She doesn't know. We don't know.
We don't.
Having survived the hazing and partying that is known as Frosh Week, the 96 engineers were to embark on their final mission before their initiation could be complete, the Greasepole. But did they know what they were in for?
Frosh, I heard you were going to do it in 13 seconds. Go fucking nuts. 13 hours, maybe. Okay, let's have some time.
Cheered on by a highly supportive crowd of upper-year engineers, the 96s tried, and tried again to climb the pole, only to slip, slide, and start again.
While on location at the 1992 Greasepole event, an anonymous tip informed this reporter of a conspiracy by the 1993 engineers to steal the Greasepole. Have they redeemed themselves? Let's find out.
I was the driver for the truck. I was driving the U-Haul for the Frosh. I went through all of Frosh Week with the engineering Frosh, and they completely trusted me. I had collected the money for the Frosh. I had the money in my hands. I rented the U-Haul, and I was the driver for the U-Haul. There was nothing they could do. I had the pole, and NSOC did not intervene. The pole would have been in 93's hands.
We were going to plan to pull up on the 401 at McDonald's, open the truck, say, Frosh are out. We could drive away with the pole and ransom it for 200 cases of beer. But NSOC, in their infinite wisdom, decided that, you know, this would be too tough on the poor 96s.
What the hell is the point of hiding the pole if NSOC is going to decide that, no, I should not steal it?
93's lost the pole! 93's lost the pole! 93's lost the pole!
Upon initial questioning, Engineering Society President Greg Alexander denied knowledge of the conspiracy.
What do you know about that?
Not much. I don't get involved in that side of the organization.
But when confronted with the details of the conspiracy, Alexander admitted,
They were foiled by a number of groups, and yeah, I was part of it, sure.
so in the end, it was the 93 engineers themselves who decided not to steal the pole. Meanwhile, 160 minutes into the climb,
Bring the pieces to the Frackmobile.
from the 1992 Greasepole, this is Pete Leekha reporting for Studio Q.
Science 96. Congratulations, Science 96, you are Science Year.
Yeah, great investigative journalism. Thanks, Geraldo. Well, just a point of interest, next Wednesday at Alfie's, Me, Mom, and Morgenthau will be playing.
And the Kingston band, the Inbreds, are going to be opening for them, so it should be a good show.
Might as well go down and check it out. Like,
there's nothing better to do in September.
That's right. September.
School's just sort of...
Write-off.
Yeah, definitely a write-off.
Yeah. So we hope your write-off is as good as our write-off is. And I guess we'll see you next week.
Have a good one. I'm Kirsta Teague.
And I'm Ron Tite. See ya.
Studio Q, the Queen's weekly television show, is brought to you by Cablenet 13 and the Queen's Alma Mater Society. Tune in next week, Thursday at 6 and Friday at 4 on Cablenet 13.